Hey Franzi, I just wanted to make this video because I felt really bad for missing final review, and I know you like to talk with the student and let the student explain every single piece of artwork and everything during final review, so this is why I'm here. I'm just going to go and zoom in on every piece of artwork I did and explain the process of it a little bit. Alright. First one, color wheel. Now, this one's pretty funny to me because one of the reasons that I submitted all of this a day late is because I completely lost my color wheel and the 12 painting techniques. Now, I found my original color wheel, which is over there, but I did redo it, so now there's just 2 color wheels, why not? So, this is it, and there it is over there. 12 painting techniques. There we go. Alright, now let's get to the fun stuff. Alright, Parade of Freaks. Here I drew a 1920s flapper, smoking, made it all trippy and stuff, and when it comes to the repeating object, it's this clock that's constantly repeating over and over and over again. Over there, just constant is the little clocks that I add. Alright. Next. I believe this is the... Oh, okay, this is a masking one. There we go. This one was pretty fun to do. It didn't come out as, well as I wanted it to. The paints that I purchased for it didn't... you know when you use a paint and, when you first use it, it's absolutely incredible, but when it dries, it just, looks awful? That's the situation that happened here. But I got to go and mask a little paw print, and then I went and painted over my hand, and that's basically how I went about that. The paint that I tried to get was, you notice that there's these weird little white dots everywhere? I tried to make it so the hands were reaching up for a night sky, but doesn't really look like that. It just looks like a jarbled mess. The paints that I use, I don't really like at all, and I have no idea what these red things are about. Alright, next one. Probably my favorite one. The cut paper project. Cut paper project. I was in a visual communications class, and I need to go and do a 1920s photo shoot, so I had to go and print all these out for reference. And I had these lying around, and I decided, just to make a little poster out of it. And here it is, little cut paper project. Alright, next, this is the symmetry one. This one I used the same paints that I used over there, and again, I kind of ruined it. We have the repeating object, which is this girl, and we flip the page, there's the girl again. Then in the middle, we can barely see it, but there she is again. Okay, now this is the texture project. Now I count this in with textures just because it's really fun to feel, really fun to move around, really shiny. I just used a bunch of these little card game wrappers that my friends got me. I told them I wanted to make an art project, so they just gave me hundreds of these things, and I finally decided to use them for this art project. But if you notice right there, there's this little paper that's exposed. That's done intentionally, because if we go and lift this up, we get a little drawing. And this drawing is just like a little cartoon character that's for these card games, so I thought that was really cool, just to have a little hidden piece there. Alright, what else? Alright, here we have the, I don't know what to call this, I forget the name of it. It's something sequence. It was just a comic one, basically. And here's the comic and everything. Alright. Now, one thing you might have noticed is that the way I went about this is that I use digital art, that I basically drew everything, and everything was really sketchy, and I originally had all these colors colored and everything, but then through some tweaking, I actually found the sketch a lot better than the actual final piece, so I went with the sketch version instead. And if you notice, the background doesn't really seem to be painted. I went to stockphotos.com and I got myself a little rain. I thought that really went with it. So the same rain piece is repeated over and over again. I thought that really adds to it and really shows that in this comic there is a lot of rain. Right here we have a bunch of Japanese text, but I'm going to be honest, I have no idea what it means, and I just wanted to add it just because I thought it looked cool. Also, we have this, just a little drawing of the character. I originally drew this character to be something a lot more when it came to the art projects and stuff, but basically that was scrapped, but I still wanted to use that drawing, so I just put it there for no particular reason. And this is my favorite. Do you see these two? I see eyes, and they are freaking me out. But this was completely unintentional, just some water and paint just splattered all over this paper. None of the paint was on purpose, but it just kind of turned into that, and I thought that was really cool. Alright. And we come to the final one. Well, not the final one. The final one is the open project, which I will be showing you, but I can't really show you because it's not really physical. Alright, here we go. Now, I don't know if you can tell, but I want to make like this kind of like a paint paper wave. And I wanted to make the little waves chase around all the characters. One character's drinking the water, one of them's being destroyed by it. These two little guys run away from it, and then this guy's completely shocked that, you know, water's about to like flood everything. That was the idea I was going for. Now, I really want to say this. These characters I didn't draw. I think that's pretty obvious. These are characters from a video game called Paper Mario Color Splash, and I only say that because the entire game is made out of paper. Everything in that game is made out of paper, and it's the most visually like pleasing thing to the eye ever. It's so beautiful. It's such a beautiful game. I don't own the game at all, but I constantly just watch footage of the game because it's such a beautiful game to look at. That's why I'm like just telling you it, just because if you're ever really curious or if you love paper art, I highly recommend just looking up Paper Mario Color Splash and just like watching a cutscene or something, because the art in that game is absolutely amazing. Alright. Now, finally, we have the digital piece. This was not really anything too special. For my open project, I wanted to go and draw one of my friends, Daria, as basically a 2D anime magical girl character for their birthday, and that's exactly what I did. For programs, I use Medibang. It's a free digital software tool. You can use it on every single device imaginable. Mac, Windows, and even your smartphone can work with it. It is an absolutely great free software to use, and I highly recommend it. Alright, well, that's basically the whole video, and thank you for watching.